everybody, it's Heather, expat entrepreneur. I'm coming at you again today with one final video before those doors slam shut on the plan. And it really is happening this time. And there's not going to be an extension. There was an extension and that's just what they decided to do. But we've been assured this is it. And I don't know when the doors are going to open again. It sounds like it might be December. So it's a really long time away. So I wanted to make sure to just address a couple of key questions that you guys are asking me, filling up my inbox, which is great. Keep them coming. Because in a little less than 5 hours from now, you will no longer have this option. And it would be a shame to miss the boat. It really, really would. So on that note, let me address the very first and most common question I'm getting right now is, what about the market? Should I really be investing in crypto right now? Is this a good idea? I don't know. I'm a little worried and concerned. Like that's what a lot of the feel is from a lot of you folks. And believe me, I get it. I understand. And I mean, I'm hearing it and seeing it from all corners. And the thing is, two things. First of all, let's just address the most important thing is that by joining the plan, you're not actually investing in crypto. First of all, what you're doing is you're investing in a program that is going to teach you how to invest in crypto. So those are really two separate decisions in actuality. If you have a long-term vision, if you believe crypto is our future, if you want a piece of this, if you think that Bitcoin is going higher and you want to get part of it, then you should be preparing yourself to make a position in the cryptocurrency market at some point, whether that's now or later. Is kind of irrelevant at this moment in time, because what the plan can do for you is give you that information that you need, that education, so that you can be getting yourself prepared to make a position in the cryptocurrency market and be ready to go when you feel the opportunity is right, when you feel the time is right. Because you know how people are always saying, oh, you're so lucky. You got so lucky with that thing. That thing happened. That was so great. You were so lucky. The timing was great for you. And what do we really know the truth is about when people talk about luck? It's when preparation meets opportunity, right? And right now, the opportunity for cryptocurrency and investing in Bitcoin especially is massive. It's massive. So that's a huge thing there. But as far as being prepared, that's on you. Like, you know, this thing is happening on its own, regardless of what we all do, right? But for the preparation side of things, you've got to take some steps forward and get yourself to the point where you're ready to pull the trigger, where you're ready, and that doesn't happen overnight. So, like with the plan, when you join it, there's a learning curve. I mean, you've got some work to do. You've got a few things to get over, like opening accounts if you don't have an exchange account already, getting things set up, going through the safety protocols and making sure that you are protecting yourself before you even wade into these shark infested waters, things like that. And then there's the actual training itself. And you can kind of go as slow or as fast as you want. With my bonus package that everybody who enrolls through me gets for free, there are two key bonuses that can allow you to just catapult forward and go so fast if you want to. You could be up and running in a couple hours. Now, I'm not saying that that's any replacement for the plan and the training that you learn from Dan, because it isn't. Nothing is. That is information that everybody should go through and listen to, because the stuff he teaches us and tells us about mindset is so critical, especially if you've never invested in anything like this before and you've never had experience and exposure to like this kind of volatility and investments that just, you know, can rip your heart out one moment and the next moment you're just you're walking on sunshine, right? You need a cool, calm voice and some guidance on what things really mean and how you should really be reacting. So it's super important that you go through the plan in its entirety. But know that with those bonuses, there are ones in there that will just collapse time for you. And you could, if you wanted to, just jump ahead, surge forward and get yourself set up and ready to go like very, very quickly. So there's that. So as far as this goes, they're, like I say, two separate issues. Joining the plan now gives you that preparation, gives you that knowledge base that you need so that when you're ready to make your move, you can. So that's kind of leads me to the second thing, which is about that opportunity, right? There's your preparation and here's your opportunity. And when they collide, and that is going to be huge in this market. And we don't know when the bottom is going to hit, because that was the second thing I was going to discuss is as far as, is this a good time to be getting into crypto? Because the market's crashing. All the news we're hearing is crazy and it's negative and it's FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt from all corners, right? Telling us, don't do this, you're crazy, this is not a good idea. And the first thing is I say, you got to consider the source. It's who's saying this stuff and why. And in most cases, it's the ulterior motive of governments and banks and financial institutions who want you to keep your money where it is. There's reasons for governments to want you to do that. It all boils down to control and power. That's a whole other topic of conversation. For banks and institutions, obviously, they want you to keep your funds with them so that they can continue to reap the rich fees and rewards out of doing next to nothing for your investment dollars. But also another discussion. I've done a ton of videos. You can look at them if you want to. But basically, when we're looking at what is the opportunity right now, none of us know for sure when the market is going to turn. What we do know for sure is that it's down 50 to 60%, depending on the time that you look and what's happening on that in that moment in that day. In the last couple of days, it's pretty much been fluctuating about $1,000 Bitcoin has. So it's going anywhere from say 29 to 30,000 for one Bitcoin. And that's down 55 to 60%, you guys. In November of last year, one Bitcoin was going for about 69 grand. And right now, today, Bitcoin, not cryptocurrency, Bitcoin is it is the 10th largest market cap in the world. So it follows Berkshire Hathaway, it follows a couple of others. Actually, I'll pause and I'll grab the chart for you so you can see with your own eyes. Just a sec. Okay, thanks. So I'm going to share my screen and show you. This is from a website that's called Market Cap. Sorry. Let me just get rid of this. Sorry about that. Assets ranked by market cap. And you can see here, this is the top 10. And this was a couple of days ago. It hasn't changed much in a couple of days, believe me. But you can see what we have is Bitcoin in the 10th position, followed by Berkshire Hathaway. And who's behind Berkshire Hathaway? This gentleman, Warren Buffett. And his number one quote that I love is that profits are made when you buy, not when you sell. And that's because you've been able to get a deal, get a bargain. That's what it boils down to. So when you look at where the state of things are, because I know all markets are down right now, there's a couple of green lines here you can see, but basically there's a sea of red out there, whether you're looking at the NASDAQ, the S&P, bullion, crypto, interest rates, a lot of currencies are down, where some real estate markets are like, where do I go? What do I do? But when you look at a chart like this and you see, okay, here's market cap by these various categories, these commodities that we've got gold in here oh, I'm on the wrong chart. I'm so sorry about that, you guys. There we go. I apologize. Here's the actual, that was a screenshot from CoinGecko, which tells you what the market cap is of cryptocurrencies. So there's Bitcoin, ETH, Tether, and so on. This is the one I meant to show you, so I apologize. But you can see Bitcoin is here at the bottom. Berkshire Hathaway, that's when I switched charts on you. When I showed you Warren Buffett, Tesla, then above that is Amazon. Then we have silver. There's Google, Microsoft, Apple. Saudi Aramco is oil and gas, one of the biggest oil and gas companies in the world. And gold currently has the number one market cap. Usually we see Apple in this position. They're the number one company. They've only recently been trumped a little tiny bit by Saudi Aramco. And the thing is, when you see these red lines going down in these markets and you see good solid companies like this, like look at these, Apple, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, Tesla, Berkshire Hathaway, when you see that their market cap is down by, I'd say on average, it's 30, 35%, what do you think? Do you think to yourself, man, am I ever glad I don't have any Apple stock right now? It's going down like crazy. Or do you think, boy, I better sell my Apple stock because I'm losing money, it's going down? Or maybe you think, wow, there's a bargain there right now. This stuff is on sale. And it obviously wouldn't be the case with everything, right? There's going to be companies that are way further down on that ranking list that you don't have the same level of comfort with, the same kind of confidence in. And that's fair. But when you get into these upper levels with these solid entities, it's a different thing. And you can look with confidence and say, wow, this is the time to double down or to get in or to just lower your overall cost if you've already got a position in it. And that's what most financial advisors will tell you. If there's an asset that you want to hold When it drops in value, that's when you should buy more so that you reduce your overall cost. And that's what dollar cost averaging is about. But that's another thing too. So I just wanted to tell you all of that and say, as far as the actual market goes with cryptocurrencies, this is the time pretty well close to when you need to be thinking more in terms of this is when you should be backing up the truck to load up. And as diverse as the top investors in the world are and their opinions are, the one thing that they all agree on, have you ever noticed this? Every single one of them will say the time to get rich is during a market crash. When assets of value, okay, know that I'm saying that. I'm not saying, anything, any crypto coin. Bitcoin and ETH are certainly assets of value. They're the top two cryptos in the world. You've got confidence in that. And so when they are down at the levels that they're at right now, it's a major bargain. It's a major discount. And for example, if you just established your first position in that right now, you'd be getting a better deal than I did when I bought. I bought most of my Bitcoin when it was higher up, but I don't care. I mean, yeah, I would have liked to have had a better deal. And am I adding more in now? You're darn right I am. I'm adding to my position definitely to bring my overall cost down and to buy when it's low. Wouldn't it be nice to have, a couple of Ether coins, maybe a quarter or half of a Bitcoin or whatever you can get? Like, that'd be pretty cool. So that's another way to look at this right now. If you did want to, establish a position in a foothold in crypto, you could just simply get in and actually take a position in one of those two coins, in Bitcoin or ETH. And there's probably not anybody who knows anything about crypto who wouldn't say that is not a good idea right now. Like in the short term, whenever the market flips and it starts going back up again, I mean, considering where we were just 6 months ago at 69,000 and what we know about Bitcoin and what the projection models are showing, and I'm going to switch over again and show you that while I'm talking here. We also can have some good comfort of where we can look at Bitcoin going in the near future. And this is it. This is the stock to flow chart for Bitcoin, and the nice rainbow jiggly line, that's what Bitcoin has actually done. The blue line that's stepping up constantly here, that's the prediction model. And you can see where it's predicted to go. Here we are right now, and we are in a crash. It's been a 6-month crash. We don't know if we're done yet. Bitcoin recently broke through the $29,000 mark, which is a place that had a lot of historical support. So as it hit that point, it would bounce back up and go back again. And this is what stocks and commodities and these kind of instruments tend to do. They tend to show us predictable patterns and do predictable things. And when there's support, it's difficult to break through, but it did. So what does that mean? It means it could go down further, you guys. It could go down from what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing. I'm no expert. Maybe it's going to go down and test the $20,000 mark, because that's the next point where it's got historical support. So from my perspective, honestly, I think it's 50-50 right now. Here we are somewhere around the 30 mark of Bitcoin. Maybe it's going to flip tomorrow and go up, and the bull run will begin now. Maybe it's still got a little ways more to go down. I don't know. But you know what I do know? I want to be ready when it does, right? And that's what I've done. I've put capital in a position where I'm ready to literally click a button and convert it into whatever currency I want, which is going to be Bitcoin, when I think it's at the low. And we're not supposed to be trying to time the market. That is not what the plan is all about. But this is a unique situation where I can sit and wait, because the thing is, let's say I'm right. Let's say it does go down more and it does hit 20. And I think, oh, I better do it. It's time. Now's the time. And I hit the buy button. And let's say by the time I hit the buy button, it goes up to 22. Do I care that I missed that? No. Let's say it goes the other way. And here I am at 30 and the bull run starts instead. And all of a sudden, next, couple of days, it goes up to 32 and 33 and 35. And I think, okay, I better hit the buy button because the bull run is starting and it's going up. Am I really upset that I missed that $5,000? Yes, I would have liked it, but I don't care. I'm just kind of having a little fun while I wait, right? Because I know I'm in a good position right now. I know no matter what, it's 55 to 60% discounted at the moment. So if it goes up a little bit, because how many times in your life are you ever going to be able to say you bought the bottom and sold the top? you probably will never even get both, right? Like if the extreme luck happened that you happened to once in a blue moon. I sold gold once at the top, and it was like, and it's still highest it's been in since then. And that's cool. You know, it was totally luck. I wasn't watching the charts. I wasn't planning anything. It just was the time that I did it. You know what I mean? So we have to be happy and feel good enough with the results we can get when we are in these great positions. And right now, you can't go wrong with Bitcoin and ETH. I mean, there's other higher coins that are, you know, maybe not the same quite position, but, and if you don't know about that yet, that's what I'm saying. You don't have to, you don't need to. Getting into the plan now is not establishing that position, your investment position in crypto. This is your starting point for your education and for figuring out and understanding this beast and figuring out which direction you're going to go and what you're going to do. So there is nobody who's coming to me and saying, should I invest right now or not? I don't have all the money. I'm not too sure. As long as the money that you need to get into the plan, whether it's the payment plan or not, as long as that is not going to harm your family or your lifestyle, I say do it. Because when you've got skin in the game, that's when you pay attention. And that's why things of value cost money, and people don't want to give away trainings and things like that for free, because we don't value what we get for free. It's just our human nature. It just does not mean the same thing when you didn't have to, you know, go into your own pocket to make this thing happen. So I just say that to remind you that you've got, you know, we're clouding the two decisions I'm seeing in the market right now. I'm seeing people clouding with confusion about what's going on in cryptocurrency with, should I get into the plan now? Because they're really two completely separate things, right? I hope that you can see that now and understand how much of an advantage it would be for you to join now and get that learning going and go through the steps guided with, you know, all the good suggestions for how to stay safe and how to set things up from the beginning in the best way, so that you don't wander down the wrong path or use the wrong type of email address or whatever. There's so many little things, but getting yourself set up now and going through those things and being prepared to pounce, you know, like the tiger in the jungle when the time is right and you just can take it. That's as close as we're ever going to get to buying at the bottom and selling at the top, right? Because how the hell else are you, how the heck else are you going to do it if you're not in there and ready to go? Believe me, this is not something you can set up in a minute. It's going to take a little bit of time, especially if you're brand new, which leads me into the next thing I want to discuss quickly. And I'm going to keep this short. I'm going to wrap this up. Because if you are a newbie, if you are a beginner, if you're new to crypto, if you don't have an exchange account set up, if you're concerned about tech, if you're worried about keeping up with the program and the training and understanding, and can I really do this? Is it going to work in my brain? Can I make this happen? I really strongly advise you to sign up with me, because my bonus package, it's called the Fast Track Bonus System, and it was put together for people like you, for people who are nervous and not too sure if they're going to be able to make this happen or not. Because I was one of those people myself, and that's how I know what you're going to need before you do. Dan and his team and Rapid Crush are awesome, and the support that you get from them are great. But I know people like us need more than that. And that's what I'm here for, because the extensive bonuses that I put together for you, and I've gone to great lengths to make it really worth your while to join through me. Yes, I get an affiliate commission for anybody who does, but it's an exceptional package that I've put together for you. It's not just fluff or, you know, merchandise or courses that I've already created on other things to try and make my stack look valuable. Every one of my 12 bonuses will help you with this, with grid bot trading, with getting yourself set up and ready to go so that you can move forward as quickly or slowly as you want to, but with the least amount of headache and overwhelm. So, and I've already got hundreds of people through my system who are in the community right now, the Facebook community. There's two of them. There's a beginner one and an advanced one, and they're there. And these folks are from over 30 countries. So chances are there's somebody from where you are in there already, or a handful of them who've been through it and, you know about your country's regulations and stuff like that, because it can get complicated. So I just want to cordially invite you. I would love to welcome you into my merry band of crypto traders and help you on this journey, because it's fun. It's a really exciting time. Yes, there is blood in the streets. People who invested, who got in, 6 months ago, or even before that, are hurting now. It's a down market for them right now, but you're coming in at a different time. New money coming in at this low market. It could be you could be anywhere in the market. Do you see what I mean? Buying, well, you haven't gone down is what I'm saying. If you come in now or soon, sometime soon, whenever you think the market is turning, it's going to be, when it does flip, man, it is going to be such an exceptional ride up for any new money, whether it's from somebody who's already in it and puts more capital in, or from a brand new person, because there's not much more room for it to go down compared to what it's already dropped, right? So yeah, there's a lot of really good positive information. I got a ton of other videos explaining it more in detail, but I want to wrap this up and just finish quickly by saying, if you have any doubts about your ability and you being able to actually do this, and is it time consuming, and do I want my whole life to be in front of the computer looking at numbers and graphs and stuff like that? That's not what this is about at all. By the time you get through the training and you do that, you can manage these bots. You can put bots together in minutes, and you don't even have to look at them. You don't even have to really monitor them. When things are going crazy in the market, yeah, you're going to need to do a little more work. I think you're going to probably want to keep a closer eye on it and maybe use other advanced strategies if you choose to, but you don't have to. So overall, the ability with this investment strategy to use a very low amount of time and a relatively low amount of capital to make these kind of amazing returns that we were making before the market crashed, like 20 to 30% per month, was totally average. Where are you going to get that on your capital right now? Like, it's just, and that's coming. It's coming again. As soon as the market flips and we're able to start going up, or even sideways for that matter, even sideways would be fine. It'll all those bot profits will start churning again. So yeah, if you need to know more about how they actually work, you can check out some of my other videos, but you might want to do that later because the time is ticking, you guys. These doors are really closing in about 5 hours from now, and they won't be open again, most likely until December. And by that time, a lot is most likely going to have happened in the market. So who knows where we'll be and what level of opportunity is still available. I think even once Bitcoin returns to the previous high and carries on and goes beyond that, even once it gets to 100 grand, there's still a good reason to get in, and you'll still be able to make money then. But this huge chunk, this is